Do you want a Yahoo?
Yes, please.
Yes,
This one was sent in by several people. It's a anonymous Yahoo Answers user who I'm going to call them Tyson asks, if you could travel to Mars, who would you travel with and what snacks?
Oh, that's tough, man. Because
okay, to Mars,
what do you guys think? Are we staying at Mars, or is it just like a drive-by, like, ooh, Mars?
To Mars. I'm seeing how long it takes to get to Mars. Around 7
30
months.
seconds.
Well, okay. No, that was good. It took me a minute to run it in my head, like, why does that sound familiar? And then I remembered about Mr. Leto and his great music, and then I was like, oh, that's it.
Right.
But it would take about 6 to 8 months. Which is longer than astronauts currently stay on the International Space Station. So there would be like, return trip, if you want to come back, but let's round it up to 2 years. We're talking about bone density loss. And that's if we're going to do that, I want a fucking road dog up there, by which I mean, I guess a space dog.
I think space dog would be the way to go. Can you imagine a dog trying to get around floating in the air? That's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Kicking their little legs. Oh, that's a good boy.
Fucking Elon. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
They have to come get him.
They have to come get him is the first one.
If he wants them to come get him, they have to.
Yeah. Second one, the ship crashed into Mars, explodes like it did in Martian. I wouldn't be out there eating my Dookie potatoes like that idiot.
You'd eat Elon Musk.
Matt Damon, no. I would say, Elon, how's the new spaceship coming that you're making out of Mars rocks? And he would make me a new one out of Mars rocks. And the other thing is when I get back from Mars, with or without Elon, maybe I steal the rock ship, maybe not.
And maybe when I come travel with him in your tummy.
When I come back, I'm not gonna fucking eat Elon. Can you chill?
I'm just saying that if it comes down to it, why wouldn't you eat Elon Musk? He'll eat you if you don't eat him.
When I come back, I will receive a stipend paying me for the time that everybody else got away from Elon Musk. And I'm thinking I could probably scrounge up a couple milli for that service that I would provide. And I will have gone on a pretty bodacious spaceship adventure. So I think mine's the best one.
Here's what I'm going to hit you with. How about this? Dolly Parton. Here's my logic.
Okay.
All right.
Dolly Parton, one incredible career.
Yeah. Story.
Incredible career. And going to have so many great stories, right? Stories about Porter, stories about Kenny, stories about everybody. You know what I mean? Like
even growing up. You know what I mean? Growing
up in rural someplace. You know what I mean? Like great stories.
Yeah.
And that's going to be great. And when the sort of conversational fuel happens on every long trip, and I certainly would think in a space travel scenario, she could sing maybe a beautiful song, and maybe we can duet. You know what I mean? Maybe it's me and Dolly, islands in the stream. That is what we are. Islands up in space. Better than a car.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a car.
Nope.
It's a spaceship.
Yep.
And we rely on each other. Because we're in space together. And here's the other part. And here's two more things about bringing Dolly Parton into space.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is she's led a great life and helped a lot of people. And I think she deserves it. I think she deserves to get up there, get the distance, and look down and say, look at it, Dolly. You made that beautiful blue globe a little bit better.
A little bit bluer.
The last thing I would say about it is that she is pretty old. So if it got kind of boring, you know what I mean? Like eventually, if it got kind of boring, it would probably be okay soon. You know what I mean? Like it would probably be better. If I got sick of Dolly Parton, it would probably be different than when she was alive.
Hey, Justin, would you kill Dolly Parton?
What are you saying?
I wouldn't kill Dolly Parton. I'm saying that she's an older lady and I love her. I wish her the longest possible life. But if we're up in space and I'm like, I'm really getting sick of Dolly Parton.
You would start wishing for her death.
I wouldn't wish for her death, but I would say nature don't take a space holiday is one thing that I've...
Nature is still doing it up in space.
You don't know. Hey, guys, you don't know that.
Well, she's not going to be able to get the special nutrition for older people that she needs up in space. We're going to be living off of our Dookie potatoes and the little packets of
Right.
hard ice cream and all that. So she's not going to get the calcium that she needs up there. And I'm just saying that, like, it's not going to be, I don't know, exercise situation or whatever, but like, I'm saying I'm not going to be stuck with Dolly Parton for 20 years on Mars.
No, I mean, up to this point, I think Justin, Griffin and I have been thinking about it in terms of 2 years, but you're thinking about if we get stuck
coming
there.
home. You want to stay there, I guess.
Now, Justin, I would be remiss if I didn't also
I'm not saying I want to get stuck there. In much the same way, I'm not saying I want Dolly Parton to die. But I'm saying if I do get stuck there...
I don't even think you know what you're saying at this point.
I think I know what I'm saying.
Hey, Griffin, I think I know what he's saying. I just don't know that I'm comfortable with the fact that he's saying it.
Yeah.
So I want to shift to a more comfortable topic and ask Justin, in the event that it becomes necessary, how do you feel about consuming the flesh of Dolly Parton for sustenance?
And then I'm going to pivot even further away from that, Travis. And
he was about to answer, though, Griffin.
Yeah,
I have to know.
I think I would actually do. I think I would actually take Matt Damon, and the whole time I would be very confrontational. Like, you're always talking, hey, what's up, Goodwill? You're always talking shit about how you're going to do it up on Mars. Well, let's fucking see, bro.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, sir, I have never said it's me, Matt Damon, the real Martian, who would get up there and make some real Dookie potatoes, and I could live on Mars, and I'm the best. I've never said that. Those are words that you're putting in my mouth. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, Goodwill. Shit on the ground, dog.
You also run the risk, though, Griffin, of getting Matt Damon in Interstellar, who is a piece of shit himself.
Yeah.
And that is, I would not want to travel with Interstellar. Now, if I could travel with the robot from Interstellar, forget about it. Robot pal's the way to go.
Matt Damon in Interstellar?
He is.
Yeah, he's a real stinker in that flick.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd travel with McConaughey. I think he'd probably sleep most of the time.
Oh, yeah, baby. Changing my answer.
Yeah.
Mr. Smooth himself.
And I bet his skin tastes like jerky.
Huntington, West Virginia's own Matthew McConaughey would be an excellent travel companion to Mars, except wouldn't it get a little old?
Well, it would get a little sensual, I would say.
And there's no way I'm outliving Matthew McConaughey.
Even
100%.
the sensuality, Travis, would also get old after a bit.
Yeah, I mean, you'd start to chafe, for sure.
I don't think that he would I don't think that you would be pounding it with Matt.
Okay, you don't think if Matthew McConaughey and I were together, crashed on, this is long term, this isn't just 2 years, this is like 20 years. You don't think maybe just two...
The question was, if you could travel to Mars and eat snacks, what would it be? And Justin's answer was, I would kill and eat Dolly Parton. And Travis's is, I think I would have a 20-year-long sexual arrangement with Matthew McConaughey in outer space.
or a 20-year-long like seduction.
Lol, Elon and condos. And you guys
and let me be clear. It would be, well, I was supposed to say it wouldn't be romantic, but I don't know that. But I think, as far as I know, Matthew McConaughey and I are both straight fellas. But I don't think that would get in the way of just the sheer companionship and joy of human contact that we would experience being together.
It wasn't that wasn't even the question is, what's a celebrity you like and what's a food you like? And Justin's like, I want to carve Martin Sheen's skull into a fucking bowl.
Yeah. And I would say Matthew McConaughey and chocolate sauce that we might eat off each other if it comes to it. And I'm just, at this point, let me just be clear. It's the sensuality, really. It's just giving us something to focus our minds on other than the desolate wasteland of Mars. And it, reestablishes that we're together. And also, chocolate tastes delicious. And look at that six-pack.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
love it. Hey, quick question. Given the recent quarantine, my pajama game has significantly improved.